Hey team, I've hit the gym again tonight. Just found it particularly hard just doing the squats. I'm still not over my frozen shoulder. Don't know if I really told you the story, but approximately a year and a half ago, I was over at Felicity's parents' house and we got over the back fence to collect some pine cones for the fire because we're coming up to winter. And I jumped over the fence and I had my arm on top of the post. And as I jumped down, my arm rolled and I tore the back of my right shoulder. And I tore it really badly. I had excruciating pain. I wasn't able to lift my arm. So I cooped up for a couple of weeks with my arm down in a sling position because I couldn't really move it. I was in too much pain. And then I found that the joint was loose. And so to throw a pebble or anything like that, the back of my arm was starting to dislocate. So I went to the surgeon. The surgeon's like, can't do anything for you, your arm's too frozen. So what happens is the inflammation in your joint is that swollen, the charm stops working. And so he's like, I can't MRI your arm to see if you need surgery because I strongly suspected it because I've already had shoulder surgery twice in my left arm. I've had 2 shoulder reconstructions and I've got titanium pins in my left arm. So anyway, long story short, I've spent the last 18 months rehabilitating my arm. In the end, I didn't need surgery. I really worked on my arm myself. I initially went to Habit Health, had some rehabilitation appointments. I then took that to home and really started to work on my arm through strength and conditioning and just through trying to loosen it, like as in painfully loosen it over a long period of time. I've now got to the point where I have almost full movement back. I'm at about 80%. 12 months ago, I thought I'd never play bowls again. And that's a lot to do with why I've come back to play bowls. Because when you haven't got it, well, you think very differently about it, don't you? You know, and I'm sure a lot of us can relate to that sort of, you know, those sort of moments where you lose something and, you know, you give anything to get it back and, you know, then all of a sudden you get it back, well, you cherish it a lot more, don't you? So this sort of comeback to bowls isn't about winning medals for me. This is about getting back to playing the game I love and rehabilitating myself, spending less time programming. I love programming. I started coding 8 years ago, but I spent a huge amount of time on my ass at work, on my butt, you know. So that's made it really hard for me to come back with this to bowls because I've been so sedentary. So I've got a lot of work to do with the stretching. The arm is almost back now. I thank God. I thank my lucky stars that I'm able to play bowls again. So to get out on the green in December and play the Nationals and see my old mates and stuff is just going to be a real bonus. And I'm going to give it my all to win it, but, you know, no promises, but I'll try my best though.